Ladies and gentlemen, my name is RuffledRowlit, and welcome back to a brand new video. Guys, I'm quickly going to be showing you all the little details we just got about Pokopia, the upcoming Pokemon game that's going to be essentially kind of like a mix between Dragon Quest Builders and Animal Crossing, I guess would be the best comparison. They showed off some new footage with a few new Pokemon being confirmed, obviously, as well. As you guys can see, a few of them already on screen. But we had a few new Pokemon revealed, and also how the game is going to work from a gameplay perspective, which is pretty much as we expected, right? Like, the actual gameplay seems like it's already predetermined. Now, one of the things we get revealed here is that when you begin the game, you're going to be beginning in this area where there is a broken down Pokemon Center, which, to begin with, kind of implies, and even like this character called like Professor Tangrowth implies that all humans and Pokemon, or pretty much all humans, are gone, but you can actually still make Pokemon appear while playing the game by essentially making the habitats more appealing to them, which again, makes sense. Not that crazy. We even see right here a broken down PC and Pokemon Center, and everything around here is kind of dead and sort of dying and kind of a desert. But as you come through and interact with, you know, Professor Tangrowth here, and spend some time with him as the Ditto, who for whatever reason transforms into a human, which this is not really explained in the trailer why this is the case. But as you interact with him, and as you get help from him, you can essentially rebuild the entire place together, and we can go through here and see what like that looks like. So the first thing is create habitats and meet Pokemon. As you can see, like creating habitats will attract different Pokemon to show up. In this case, a Charmander comes out of the tall grass, and you can see a few more Pokemon like Combi and whatnot is there, Pidgey's there, Jigglypuff is there too. A few more Pokemon confirmed here too. Again, a lot of Pokemon, if you just pause, you'll see loads of them, you know, showing up, Timber and whatnot as well. And you can add more like objects around the map to create habitats where Pokemon will be like, yeah, for example, this, right? It's like literally a punching bag, which will attract more fighting type Pokemon to show up out of nowhere. Like a Hitmonchan just shows up out of like thin air. For example, here, adding in a fishing rod and a chair by the seashore attracts Magikarps for, I mean, I guess obvious reasons. Combi shows up where there are flowers. Eevee also shows up from flowers, so that's, I guess, a good indication if you want to get those later when the game comes out. Scyther shows up right here from the tall grass. And you can already see here a bunch of Pokemon confirmed. You can already tell how some of them show up. So, for example, if you go down into, like, the caves, or you dig into the caves, you can find Larvitar there. Vespiquen could even show up. Like, a fully evolved Pokemon could show up. Gulpin shows up here in these, like, broken down buildings. Exeggutor shows up seemingly on, like, a little island, because, yes, you can actually travel between islands. That's a possibility as well. You're able to do that, too. Pikachu is here, too. Machop is right there on the left corner as well. So, yeah, you can even have a Pokemon quite literally showing up from a trash can, that being Trubbish. So again, it's a lot of things that we can learn from just that information. Then learn moves from different Pokemon. For example, if you have a Squirtle, they show off here, they can learn Water Gun. They show off some other Pokemon too. I think we got like with Bulbasaur, I guess it was like Wine Whip, which you can use to essentially, I think Wine Whip was used to like bring up like new grass, like tall grass, like developing new ones. Here with the fists from from Hitmonchan, you can use that to break down some of these rocks or this dirt. You can use Drill Burst moves to dig up ground, so you can do for, like, you know, actually plant things like tomatoes and whatnot, because you can see right here. And you have literally like the cut move from Scyther. So you learn a bunch of stuff from them, and you can see even there the icons on how that's going to look. And that's going to allow you to progress, remove a bunch of stuff, and you can eventually meet a Lapras, which will teach you how to surf. So you literally turn into a Lapras to be able to get from different islands. Because yes, you are able to travel to several different islands around, which is, again, not that crazy to expect that being a possibility, but that is there. And it's not the only thing. You even have a Dragonite, which you can talk to, interact with, which will teach you how to fly. So you can literally fly around and explore. I don't know how open this game is or how large it's going to be, if it's all procedurally generated or if every island has been pre-planned. We don't really know that. But so here they say if you use Water Gun on the dry, tall grass, you know, it will essentially just help it grow, right? It will help it out and make it like bigger. So you can also craft fun things. In that case, you can craft a lot of different things with the help of the workbench, by using different materials. Kind of expected. It is kind of a farming, crafting game at the core, this whole thing. You can see here actually some of the stuff that you can craft. And I'm guessing the more you progress, the more things you unlock, right? So the more things you can actually, like, you know, create, right, and actually craft the more progress you make. So here they're making a straw bed, and that straw bed can actually be used to make Pokemon happy. You can even make furniture and toys. You can even see, like, right here, you literally see that there is, like, vending machines as well. There's a little, like, cute little, like, windmill up here, which I don't know if that windmill is being used to produce anything or if it's just there for decoration, but it's there. You can make pathways. Essentially, it's just like, in the simplest terms, it's essentially just a big Pokemon Animal Crossing crossover, essentially, right? Which, yeah, you got a Palmo down there, a Palmy. We'll see Abra. And we actually even see the Alakazam as well, because you're able to actually give it toys to play with, and it's able to essentially, like, twist them and turn them into stuff. However, I do wonder if shiny Pokemon will be in the game, because that's something that wasn't shown off here or even hinted as far as I could tell. I didn't see anything. You can also do requests. So there are quests in the game. Requests, right? But little side missions and stuff that you can do, which will, I guess, get you certain Pokemon to show up or unlock certain things, right? So if you help a Squirtle out here by breaking these rocks, you can allow it to actually go and reach the water, which is what it wanted to do, and that will complete the request and will give you some rewards. Also, the more exploration you do, you can discover certain Pokemon, like this Onix that was stuck underground for basically ever. It's your way to actually complete stuff. Important requests underway, and I guess there's a difference between important requests and maybe regular requests. Maybe the important ones are like main story, main mission stuff. Rebuild the Pokemon Center is probably like one of the important ones you have to do. And then do you have a request here? It could warm this old Pokemon's heart to see humans and Pokemon living happily together once more. So I guess we're going to see probably other humans show up maybe at some point. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe somewhere in the story. Work together with Pokemon. So yes, you can actually use them to help you build stuff, like Charmander putting the fire on this thing. You can even have a Pichu turn lights on. Squirtle can water the flowers to make sure they stay alive. Same thing for Bulbasaur. You see Pichu right here turns the lights on, and there's like loads of that in the game. Just interactions between Pokemon and the environment are a thing. And we look right here, you can see them all helping together to build a grand house. And it doesn't end there. You can even build a statue, and the statue just is a goofy-ass looking Ditto Pikachu clone. Also, multiple ways to play. They do show off that there is a camera in the game, so yes, you can actually take pictures. Say cheese, there you go. We can also customize our character. You guys can see the Ditto here is actually wearing Trainer Red's outfits. We see a bunch of more Pokemon. We see fully evolved squad right here. Haxorus, Arcanine, Lucario, Tyranitar, Charizard, they're all in here. And we also have hairstyles, and we can see actually all the stuff here that you can customize. It's all on the top here. Headwear, backpacks, etc. You can see a few customization options right here. Again, it seems like there's a decent chunk of customizations, and you can actually have your own room, which you can fully customize to your heart's content, right? Making it look the exact way you want it to. Again, it's essentially, again, like I said, Animal Crossing. And there is multiplayer, by the way. So up to 4 players can join you and play together. And the game does come with game share, so it means that one person can buy the game and then share it with another. So you don't have to, like, if you want to play with one friend or something, you don't have that friend doesn't need to buy the game themselves. You can just game share with them and play together. So there's that. And again, they show off here a little bit like, more of that gameplay. You can do little fun mini games and stuff. And they talk about the whole game share feature. And yeah, that's pretty much that. Grant requests, build your dream island, explore, spend time with friends, customize your house the way you want to look. You can actually see there's quite an interesting amount of like customization to it. And again, it's appealing to that audience of people that specifically want it or are looking for something like this. And that's Pokopia. But then there's this end trailer part here, right? Right at the end is where they reveal something very interesting. So we see Smurgle drawing a beautiful piece of art. When things start blinking, right? These lights are starting to go off, and suddenly, as we're watching this, somebody shows up. Somebody very particular shows up. And that's going to be this colorless Pikachu. Yes, it's a Pikachu with its ears kind of like drooping down. Its eyes are very large. And it's literally black and white. Like, it has no color. It's just shining white and it looks very sad, like really like kind of like somber and sad, like colorless Pikachu. But it doesn't end there, because we also get to see this right here, which genuinely surprised me. But there is what looks to be a grass-type Snorlax, which is really strange. So I don't know if this is supposed to be a regional form or what exactly this is, but there you go. It literally looks like a regional variant. And then here we get just the release date, which we already knew, March 5th, 2026, digital version now available. And if you get the game early, you get the Ditto Rug, which can be claimed until 2027. to the January 31st. And that's pretty much it. Again, keep in mind, this is a key card game. So yes, you're not going to, if you buy the game physically, you don't actually get a physical copy, you just get a code, which is, in my opinion, pretty lame. I'm not going to lie. I think it's pretty eh. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much the trailer. That's what it looks like. So yeah, I think we've gone through most of the important stuff. I will check the website to see if there's anything we missed, because the official website usually does include a little bit more information. But here you can see the official artwork, actually, of these guys. So here we have Cerebi update. Pokopia has revealed a Snorlax variant in the game. Mosslax. Okay, interesting. And not just that. This is also, I didn't realize this Smeargle is actually another version. I didn't actually notice it from that. If you just look at him here, I didn't realize that was an alternative version. But yeah, I guess the colors, if you look at him, yeah, he does have unique colors on him. But yes, official artwork of Smearguru, a Smeargle painter in Pokopia. Also the official artwork of Professor Tangrowth. We already saw him. You can see he's got a little TM on his head, and he does look different than regular Tangrowth. And of course, also the Smeargle painter, Smearguru. But then we have the Snorlax variant, Mosslax, which looks really cool, and Pikachu. Pikachu is literally a ghost-looking Pikachu, man. Which I thought Mimikyu kind of filled in that gap, but there you go. It's interesting. It's very interesting. I'm very curious to see how this is going to turn out. I'm going to be probably spending a lot of time trying to make as many guide videos as possible on this game when it actually does drop. But I think that covers most of the important stuff. Again, I don't think we've missed anything major. We've already seen the Ditto ability to be able to turn into Lapras and Dragonite to fly around. We've already seen Professor Tangrowth. We already seen him. We've looked at the requests and how they function. So there's that. Game share we already talked about, and we already went through, of course, our boy, our Mosslax, and also Pikachu Pale Color, or Pikachu. What was it called again? What was the name? Let me see. Pikachu. Pikachu. Creepy name, but not so creepy Pokemon though. It looks cute. It looks adorable. So yeah, let me see. Pokopia website. Let's see if we missed anything on the official website. I doubt it, but always worth a check in case. Let's play as a Ditto and build a new life. Yep, we've already seen that. Let me check if there's anything here. We've already seen all these. I think we've seen most of the screenshots. We have a few new things here. I don't think there's anything we missed here. You get to see like an island you can go onto. Again, how you can customize your house. It seems like there's going to be a lot of customization, which I think a game like this literally needs. Otherwise, it would, I feel like, fail. And it wouldn't do its job well. And also here we get to discover some unique new stuff. And there he is, Professor Tangrowth. Affectionately known as Professor Tangrowth. It's a Pokemon that's vital to guide you and all the Pokemon you meet. Then we have Pikachu. What an unusually pale Pikachu. And yes, it's based on regular Pikachu, but it looks like this. Then we have Mosslax. Moss has grown all over this Snorlax, and a flower sways atop its head. How long has it been asleep? Probably for way too long. And then Smearguru. What a colorful chum. Looks quite like the prolific painter. And yes, looks slightly different than the regular fella, with just a few more colors on him, like red on the tail and a few more, color splats all over its body. And that is that. If we go to create, let's see if there's missing anything. Life in town, settling in. We've already seen all this in the trailer, so nothing new there. I think we've already seen most of this. Building your paradise. Again, more ways to play. Already spoke on those. You can, just customize your house, take pictures with your friends. Exploration. Pokemon people live together happily together, but the world has withered and the humans are gone, and the only remaining resident is the lone Tangrowth living alone in the wasteland. But again, that's this wasteland, and humans might come back, right? You never know. But yeah, that's pretty much that. I think I've covered most of it in this quick video, so that's pretty much that. Those are the details. Hopefully everything was covered. For those of you who didn't want to go and watch the trailer yourself, or who don't have time to look up all the other details, but that's pretty much that. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.